Hello and welcome to Big Bang with me Pratibha, and first up, a shocking daylight robbery has come to light in Bengaluru. An elderly citizen was robbed of 3 lakh rupees in less than 60 seconds. Here's a report.
This is Jagannath's humble residence, which he wanted to renovate with his life savings so that his family could be sheltered from the monsoons. Jagannath, who's an ex-serviceman, never expected to be cheated out of his money till fate struck as a lightning. It looked like a scripted act straight from a movie. The gang that robbed Jagannath used the time and tested method of attention diversion. This is how they went about it.
When Jagannath came to withdraw his life savings from this particular bank, a horror struck this poor man. A retired army man. This person wanted to withdraw some money to repair the leaking roof of his house. But there were 3 people who were watching him when he withdrew the money. That is what the police suspect. They knew the amount of money that was withdrawn from the bank by him. When he came outside, he had in fact parked his vehicle here at the parking section of the bank and placed the money in a bag, and that was placed on this particular TVS Champ that he had got from his house. And then what happened is someone came towards him and asked him an address which he did not know. And he was wondering why he was asking him an address. Suddenly there was a lot of irritation around his neck area. He first thought it was supposed to be an insect bite, but that was not the case. Someone from behind had in fact put some kind of powder on him, which created these rashes around his neck. But later, finding himself in a very difficult situation, he took the bag and went back into the bank. Now, after some time, once he was able to recuperate, he came outside again to go back to his house. This time, there was something else that had happened. When he was trying to withdraw his bike from this particular place, another 2 vehicles were in fact blocking the way. So he asked someone to find out whose vehicle it is and whether that could be moved so that he can remove his vehicle. One person told him that you do one thing, you push the vehicle a little bit further and then you can withdraw your vehicle. Now he had already placed the bag that had the money on that TVS Champ. So what happened is, once he went to remove the vehicle a little bit, and when he came back to his TVS Champ, what we understand is the bag went missing. That is when he realized that he had been robbed, and the person who had in fact directed him to in fact move the vehicle that was blocking his vehicle had also disappeared from the place. The shocking part, however, of this is that when the cops in fact came here to find out whether there is some sort of CCTV footage that could be availed of, in spite of having a CCTV camera there and around 4 points in this junction, they couldn't even trace anything. The saddest part being that none of these CCTV cameras work. The only CCTV camera that works in this bank is at the cash counter, thereby giving the police a very, very tough time. Now, Jagannath is running from pillar to post. He's talking to the police officials. He wants to get that money back because it was his life savings, and now he's left in a very, very difficult situation.
Jagannath met the police and they registered an FIR against unknown persons.
ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಪೊಲೀಸವರು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು ಏನೇನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಹತ್ರ CC ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. CC ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, CC ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಯಾವುದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
Now they can't do anything. They can't identify any person. They can't identify any vehicle because no cameras are working here. Only one camera is there, that was the building one. That direction is the opposite direction.
Jagannath's only hope is the police. The police are looking at criminal gangs from outside the state operating in the city. But the lack of CCTV footage to trace the culprits will be a hindrance to investigations. The Corporation Bank at Coles Park is a soft target as its security measures are not up to the mark. Varghese for News9, Bengaluru.
While mothers shower kids with love, fathers are expected to protect their children. Here's a story about a father who did something he was not expected to.
Protector turns predator. A 13-year-old mentally challenged girl was repeatedly raped for the last 3 months. And the monster who has been committing this heinous crime is none other than the girl's father. Meet the monstrous father Shanmuga, a resident of Oaklipuram. Visually impaired in one eye, He's been raping his mentally challenged 13-year-old daughter for 3 months now. Shanmuga would arrive in an inebriated state and would rape the innocent girl every day after the mother would go out for work. The girl even in the past has complained of her father's dastardly act, but the mother refused to believe it since she never thought that her father could do this to his daughter. 2 days back, when victim's mother returned home early, she realized that there was truth in what her daughter has been telling her all this while. Sri Rampura police have arrested Shanmuga. A case under POCSO has been registered against him. Vishnu Prasad for News 9, Bengaluru.
And the terrible Thursday that it was today did not just end with the rape of a mentally challenged minor girl. 3 men gang raped a 23-year-old woman from Bihar in Tavarekere. Here's a report. Bengaluru can no more be given the tag of a safe city. Here's another incident that has shamed Namma city. 8 p.m. 20th August 2014. A girl was heading home after a hectic day at work. She was struggling to find an auto rickshaw. 2 men who saw this decided to use the opportunity. They offered to drop the girl. Already worried over not having found an auto, the girl agreed to the offer. But she did not have the slightest clue that the men who offered to drop her were monsters. The men take the girl to a farmhouse. They rape the girl. The girl was directly taken to a farmhouse on Margadi Road. Here the 2 first consumed alcohol and then went ahead with their plan of raping the victim. First, to begin the disgusting act. Then the third one joins. Like the monsters did not have enough, they even involved the farmhouse caretaker Mahadev too in the cruel act. They encouraged him to join them. Who are the 2 men? The 2 men in the car have been identified as Arun Kumar and his close aide Kempa. Arun Kumar is reportedly KMF director Narasimha Murthy's son and Kempa his close associate. How did the victim escape? The men who were in an inebriated state dozed off after the rape. It was at this juncture that the victim managed to escape. The victim managed to run to the nearby main road where she was helped by a cab driver. The cab driver took her to Tavarekere police station.
ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು FIR ಕೂಡ ದಾಖಲು ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ರೇಪ್ದು 376D ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಗ ಮುಂದಿನ ತನಿಖೆ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಅರುಣ್ ಗೌಡ ಈ ರೀತಿಯನ್ನ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈಗ.
Sub-Inspector Jagadish took the complaint and sent the victim for a medical examination. Without wasting time, the sub-inspector rushed to the farmhouse and arrested the caretaker Mahadev. Arun Kumar and his friend Kempa were arrested later. The car that was used by the rapist, bearing registration number KA42 M3624, has been seized by the Tavarekere police. The cops have not been able to record the statement from the victim since she is in a state of deep shock. The investigations will proceed once the victim gives the police a statement. Nagendra for News 9, Bengaluru. So what do you do when you have been molested, sexually harassed or even raped? You go to the police, don't you? But if you have policemen like these, there is no need of any criminals. Here's why.
The lady you see on the screen is in distress. She has been exploited by men not once but twice. Once by her husband and later by the person who entered her life promising her a good job and better life. Police turns pervert. The victim, who works as a reporter with a Kannada periodical, has been living alone after she got separated from her husband a few years back. She is now alleging that Ravi Kumar, a police head constable with Upparpet police station, has cheated her by promising to marry her and get her a good job. According to the victim, he approached her calling himself a police inspector. He would tell her that he was not happy with his wife and was seeking a good companion and found a soulmate in the victim. She alleges that Ravi even promised to get married to her. The victim trusted him and even started living with Ravi. Soon the relationship turned physical, and when Ravi Kumar realized that the victim was 2 months pregnant, he decided to break all ties with her and vanish from the scene.
ನನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ವೈಫಿಂದ ಲೀಗಲಾಗಿ 7 ಇಯರ್ಸಿಂದ ದೂರ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸೊ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವೈಫ್ ಥರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಮಾರ್ಚಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್. ಸುಮಾರು 1 ಮಂತ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ನಾನು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 1ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನನಗೆ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರು. ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಜ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಬನ್ನಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರು, ಸಿಗಂದೂರು ಚೌಡೇಶ್ವರಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ IBಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ತೀರ್ಥಹಳ್ಳಿ. 1ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನೈಟ್ 11:30 ಆಯಿತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನೇ ಅವತ್ತೇ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ದೈವಿಕವಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು.
Whenever the victim would call, Ravi would threaten her of dire consequences. He even threatened to eliminate her and her daughter. The victim has filed a complaint with the Assistant Commissioner of Police of Northeast Division. She has also stated that Ravi's colleagues too have threatened her on several occasions.
ಇವರು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಅಂದರೆ 3 ದಿವಸದ ಹಿಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಚೇರಿಗೆ ಹುಡುಕೊಂಬಂದು ಸ್ಪಂದನ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೂರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಥರ ನನಗೆ ನಂಬಿಸಿ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ದೈಹಿಕವಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಬೆದರಿಕೆ ಇದೆ, ಕೊಲೆ ಬೆದರಿಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ರವಿಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇದರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಕಾನೂನು ರೀತಿಯ ಸೂಕ್ತ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾನೂನು ಹೋರಾಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
The accused police constable has been absconding right after the complaint was filed. The cops are now trying to nab the accused at the earliest. Vishnu Prasad for News9, Bengaluru.
Teachers in BBMP schools across the city have learnt a rather unpleasant lesson thanks to the Polike. Let's find out what is it that they learnt.
With BBMP's financial condition showing no signs of improvement, the worst affected are the teachers serving in BBMP schools. The teachers hired on a contract basis from cluster agency are claiming that they haven't been paid a salary for the past many months. This has become a routine in BBMP office, and more than 480 teachers working under this contract have taken to indefinite protests.
ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸೇವಾ ಭದ್ರತೆ ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ 12 ತಿಂಗಳು ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ನಾವು ಮುಷ್ಕರ ಹೂಡಿರೋದು, ನಾವು ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೇಡಿಕೆಗಳು ಈಡೇರೋವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಮುಷ್ಕರ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಮಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ ಬೇಡ, ನಮಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನಿಂದ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಸಂಬಳ ಬೇಕು.
BBMP has sourced teaching staff from cluster agency. The agency, which does not even have an office, has been taking the contract money from BBMP but has not paid the teachers on time. The protesters are against this agency and are demanding a ban on it. But BBMP commissioner is against this idea.
We cannot engage people directly. We have to engage through an agency. Agency ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ.
The teachers are firm on their demands and they have declared to continue the protest till their grievances are addressed. But the BBMP is blaming the agency and have washed their hands off the issue. Amrita Patil for News9, Bengaluru.